All right, welcome back. Dirty 30 Pod Week 2. Christian's out, and we have the world traveler himself. We got Kyle filling in. What's up, buddy? How's it? How's it?
Yeah.
How's it been?
Been busy, the draft, we had to do that over in Poland. I had to call a quick audible over there. Just, two continents, four different countries, just back to being in the United States now, we're back.
Back to the United States, high scorer of the week, right? Like, gotta be feeling pretty good.
Oh yeah, we're happy with the squad thus far.
Attaboy, attaboy.
Kids
Debbie,
on top of the world.
Debbie, how you feeling this week, man? Got 1 week in the
Doing great.
books. Doing good.
Yeah, got the first week one nonsense out of the way. My team's too good to be putting up duds like that.
I like it. I
It's
like it. I
it's
like it.
time to turn things around. So
That's what week two is
bu-
all about, man.
buckle up, Christian. That's probably why he's not on because we play each other this week and he's too scared.
Holy, I didn't know it
And
was pod versus pod this week. All right.
yeah, I think he just couldn't face me.
God, I think I smell a pizza bet, but I don't wanna speak for either you or Christian. Well, today's pod we're kind of doing our normal format. We got studs and duds of last week. We'll do Devi and his waiver column, 0 to 10 farts. We'll talk about matchups, bench players, and then we got a trash talk and perhaps some pizza bets. We'll see. Um, Last week, man, a lot of studs to choose from, right? A lot of like big names that just kind of went off. And I'll start us off, right? Like I love Joe Mixon. I wish Christian was on. He went crazy. I think he got 30 touches, like 25 points, just 120 plus yards. Punch went in for the end zone, 25.3 fantasy points. Looking like a steal in the third round, right? Like I think like that was a pick that I pointed out last week that I liked, and so far through week one, did pretty well. Um,
Mhm.
my dud of the week, surprising, right? That Rams Lions game I thought was just going to be nuts for like all the big players, and it wasn't for Amon Ra. Three catches, I think, maybe 12 yards, 15 yards, somewhere in there. 2.8 fantasy points, just like a real weird week. Don't think it lasts too long, but just like a weird
God
Amon
no,
Ra week. Like
it was awful.
a bad Amon Ra week is usually like 6 for 60, right?
Right, right.
It just is. Yeah, weird, man.
Hopefully Jamison Williams doesn't siphon from him all season because that man could have a big year.
Man, yeah.
He looked fun. He looked like a good time. Yeah. Very interesting. Christian has some choices, and that might come up in bench players. So
Mhm.
I like it, man. Debbie, who's your stud? Who's your dud?
Yeah, for sure. Like you said, lots of people to pick from. Um, I think I just had to jump on this guy because he's on the team with the best running backs. We're just gonna cycle back to that. My stud is Saquon Barkley, the man, the Friday night legend. 32.2 fantasy points. He had like 26 touches, over 100 on the ground, 20 some receiving, three touchdowns total. He
Shot
just,
shot out of a cannon. Like so
dude.
just unreal, wasn't he?
And it's even in the chef's kiss is it was against the Packers. Fuck them. It's just a beautiful thing to see. So
It
it
was.
was it was great. But yeah,
I
32.
actually woke up at like 3 a.m., 3:30, and 4 a.m. because I have Saquon in a different league, just checking fantasy cast because the man was going off.
Nice thing
Great.
to wake up to.
It
Yeah.
is. It is. Yes.
Right. Yeah. On to the duds. I thought about going maybe Marv here. Seemed a little, I didn't want to pick on the rookie.
Mhm.
I thought about picking on myself. McLaurin, along with ARSB, was super disappointing. But another guy I kind of like that just kind of had it's just this week one, man. I don't know. Chris Olave, 2.1 points.
Yeah.
I think he had a couple catches, 11 yards. Just and
Yeah.
they dominated that game too against Carolina. It was kind of a little surprising to see if you didn't watch the game. You'd think that he would have had more points than that, but
Yeah, man. Yeah. He's kind of like a weird player, like a good player, right? But just kind of like a
Right.
weird every now and then, for sure. Brody, who do you got, buddy? Studs and duds of week one.
All right. Well, since you did it for me earlier, since I had the most points for the week, I figured I should only select one of the players on my team,
Yes, sir.
a stud of the week.
Yes, sir.
I could have went with the number one quarterback that just happened to be on waivers after the draft, but
Right.
I went a different route, and I'm gonna go with Cooper Cup. Sorry there,
Cooper
Mister
Cup.
Mister 301, but with Nakua going down, this dude could be the number one wide receiver for the first 5 weeks very easily.
Mm-hmm.
Getting 14 catches on 21 targets, I think.
Yeah,
But he's going to be a volume play. So
Stud.
fortunate he's on Team Nix in the box.
yeah, yeah. Very
Damn Nick's in the box.
very disappointing for my team. Very awesome for your team. We'll leave it at that. Leave it at that.
And then for Dud, I thought about also picking on myself with London, but I'm going to go with MHJ, Marvin Harrison Jr. I don't really think he's the dud. I think it's the coaching staff. They got to find a way to scheme to get him more looks. I mean, I think he only had 3 targets and 1 catch. Like, that's not his fault. He's a rookie, but put him in better position to succeed, and he's not going to stay on the dud list for very long.
No.
Did you see that play where he was wide open and he was just like, hey, just Kyler was too busy dancing in the backfield and he missed him.
Yeah. He could have had a bigger day. Just weird, right? Like I played Derek there. I was just like waiting for it, and it just kind of never came. Yeah, all good picks, man. All studs, all duds, and I feel like all 3 of our duds are like in for big weeks this week, right? Like all good players. So yeah, kind of funny how it worked out that way. Like every year, we do a waiver segment where Devi ranks our waiver pickups from farts 0 to 10. 10 being the worst farts of the year, right? We've had plenty of 10s over the years, right?
Lots of.
And this week was kind of a weird waiver week. No one like really worth like dumping all the fab for, right? There's definitely those years where it's like you're dropping $60 after week one. And we only had one big pickup. It was Isaiah Likely went to Tyler for 23 bucks. Devi, set the barometer of the year, my man.
I know.
How many farts is Isaiah Likely getting? $23 to Tyler.
Yeah, like you said, kind of a conservative week one, 23 bucks. So this is a good one to start the season off with because it's kind of a hard one.
Yeah.
Tyler's either going to look really smart or really dumb with this. Let's not forget it's only been 1 week, and let's not forget they're still ramping up. Mark Andrews is still on the team,
He got double covered, damn near 30% or 30 snaps, 30 pass routes that he ran. Like
it's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So in my own opinion, 23 is a little high. The next highest bid was like 14. But go get your guy always. So he could look like a genius for doing this. So the fart meter, I was hoping for a high fart to kick off the season, but I think this is going to be like a 6. Let's do a 6. It's not. I didn't want to do a 5 right in the middle. I didn't want to cut it, but I need to see more likely before I rank it lower. But it's either going to be a hit or a miss here, so we'll see.
Just curious, Dev. Was Kyron Williams one of the first 10 out of 10 farts for you?
When he was talking about, there had been plenty of farts that were 10s, Kyron, multiple 10s probably.
Yeah.
Throughout the 3 seasons now. It's got to be. Even Mixon's probably been up there a little bit, but that's just reflecting.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, for sure. Kyron was definitely a 10 out of 10. I remember that one very strongly. A 6 feels right with Likely. I feel like, hey, he's worth being picked up, right? $23 seems strong, but like you never know, right? You never know. That's why
could be a genius.
Could be a genius. For sure.
I was 14 too. I was the second highest bid, so I was.
You were 14. Okay.
Yeah.
Good to know.
Just, the insurance for Andrews, but I'm not scared. Andrews is going to get his pass. He's going to catch some balls. So.
Yep, for sure, man. For sure, for sure. I like it. Yeah, can't beat up Tyler too much for the 23.
No.
Matchups of the week. Big changes in ESPN rankings. If we listened to the show last week, like based on 1 week, significant changes. Debbie, you wanted some time to talk about ESPN rankings. Is right now the moment where you want where you want a few seconds, or should we just rock and roll?
We could just rock it. It's just I don't know.
I've never seen anything like it.
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
They must have an intern or something that just it's his first day and doesn't know what's going on. It's got to be right.
I went from 10 to 3 and lost Puka for 5 weeks. Like it just doesn't make any sense, right? Like, yeah, well, it's weird, man. We'll get into matchups. I'm the 3 seed. I played Tyler the 8 seed. That was a big switch for Tyler too, I believe. Kyle the 1. I think so, right? That sounds right. Kyle is now the 1. He plays Craig the 4. We got Devi now the 10. Plays Christian the 3. In my opinion, Dev's team is not the 10th seed, but what the hell do I know? I'm not IBM Watson.
I'll take it.
Eric the 6 plays Tanner the 9, and then Derek the 7 plays Marcus the 5. Big matchups, man. Like 2-0, it sounds nice, right? 1-1 sounds nice, right? 0-2, like you're feeling kind of bad about your team. So I like it, man. Another big week starts tonight. Bills versus Dolphins. Bench players who will outscore their starters. Kyle, who you got this week, man? Was it kind of hard to find?
Yeah, not too many options were out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I didn't want to continue with myself because it's just a pain with the situation I'm in for this week. But the one I did want to go with, especially with Mostert being out, I think Jalen Wright can top Calvin Ridley. That Jets secondary is really good. Will Levis is not very good. I think that Jalen Wright can break maybe one long touchdown run, and that's all you need to probably beat Ridley's numbers. So
I like it, man. It was on my short list, right? I know Devi said the same thing in the group chat. It was on his short list. Yeah, Jalen Wright is like a ballsy right ad, but like I could see it for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Devi, bench player who outscored the starter. Who you got, buddy?
Yeah, I mean, normally I don't care to pick the team that I'm going against, but sometimes it's fun to rattle the brain, rattle the cage a little bit. And when it's a pod v pod, you just got to do that. I'm going dud versus stud on Christian's team. Amari Cooper, Deshaun Watson looks terrible, but he had a rough week last week. But I think that he's going to outscore the shiny new toy, Jamison Williams, this week. So I have Amari Cooper over JMO. I think it's a good spot for him against Jacksonville. I think a bounce back week is coming. So that's who I got.
I remember, I think like Cooper just missed on like a touchdown last week, which we'd feel very, very differently about Cooper. Yeah, I like that one, man. Like Christian's got he's got depth. He's got tough
He's
decisions.
got decisions to make. Yeah.
He's got tough decisions each and every week, man. He does. For sure. I got Kyle's team here. And I cheated, right? Like this player is not on Kyle's bench. Kyle's rocking the QB carousel this year, right? Like he's choosing off the waivers. I'm throwing Baker back, right, on waivers, and I'm picking up Matt Stafford this week. And just having that Stafford Cup connection, right? Like Stafford Cup, Kyron, right? Like I feel like I would just rock that against the Cardinals this week. I'm cheating, right? It's not a bench player, it's someone on the waivers, right? But like
very interesting.
That would be my QB streamer of the week, I believe. But I get Baker, man. Like 45, however many points he had last week was unreal. So
yeah, I think the pod might have influence this week.
I get that, man. I get that.
He's gonna wait till Sunday morning. He's gonna let you sweat it out.
I get that. He kind of sticks out this week, like a whatever I'm trying to say, a sore thumb. So
sore thumb
for sure, man.
Arizona's defense is not very good.
Not good. I feel like it's a shootout, right? Like
Not great, Bob.
it's got to be a shootout.
I feel like those Rams Cardinals games are always fun to watch.
They're always fun, man. They're
Yeah.
always fun, for sure. We got one trash talk submission. We got 2 touchdown from Dev's team last week. ESPN Power Rankings has it right.
Boom.
Thinking,
That's fair. That's fair. It hurts. It hurts, but that's fair. I accept that.
I had to double check, and yeah, your team definitely only scored 2 touchdowns last week.
I didn't know that. That's kind of brutal.
Not good, man. Not good. Not good.
20 touchdowns this week.
Hell yeah, buddy.
Can double up.
No pizza bets written in. Sounds like before the pod though we had some discussions, and there may be a pizza bet.
I'm wondering if the King wants to bet a pizza at all. The King's Mojo Dojo Casa House.
Oh, let's 1 verse 4. 1 verse 4. Low pizza bet. I dig it, man.
Throwing it out there.
I dig it. I dig it. Kyle versus Craig pizza bet. I like it. Sounds good, boys. Well, anything else? Should we get up and kind of watch some Dolphins Bills here?
Yeah, I'm ready to watch some football, I think.
Sounds good, boys.
Should be a fun one tonight.
Should be a good one, for sure. For sure. Sounds good, boys. Well, good luck. Week 2, we'll be back at it here week 3, all right?
Sounds good. Good luck, everyone.
Good luck.